I figured I would make a video to tell you a little bit more about our laser engraving business. Some of you have asked in the comments what it is exactly that we do. Well, we have a business called Malone Custom Designs, and that's what this channel is kind of going to be centered around now. But it's more than laser engraving, but that takes up the majority of our business. So let's dive into that a little bit and tell you some of the stuff that we do. And I also have some very big news to tell you, but stick around until later on in the video for that. I think it's going to be exciting. We are very excited. My wife and I both run this business, so I figured I would share some of that excitement with you today as well. If you have followed our channel here over the past little bit, you see that we've kind of had a shift in things. I used to do drone stuff and photography stuff, and while I still do photography, I don't make a lot of videos about that. I decided that I would kind of shift gears here to our business and kind of the things that we do. And of course, that has a lot to do with our Glowforge laser. I've showed it in other videos and you've kind of seen some of it. Not a whole lot, but some of this is going to change. So the Glowforge laser has been great for us. We have had it now for over a year. I think it's been about 14 months, and we have absolutely loved it. We have not had problems with our laser at all. It's been a very good, what I would say, beginner laser. I mean, it does a lot of stuff, don't get me wrong, but it's easy to use. The interface is really easy. It's pretty much all web-based, so you do have to have internet access to use that. But it's a very easy laser to use, and we have loved it. First off, the majority of things we do are wood projects. These are some that I actually have been working on here. It's actually kitchen conversion charts, and I have several of them here. We are fixing to do a local craft show, so we are starting to make up some of this stuff. We have a bunch of Christmas ornaments that we are doing. I've been sanding all these, so that's something that I do want to talk about in this video. But as you can see, I've got lots of stuff here that I've been working on this evening. It's actually later in the day when I'm making this. But one of the things with all of our wood projects that we do, with the Glowforge, we have to mask the wood if we don't want the burn marks on it. And I'll show you what I'm talking about. If you'll take a look at these Christmas ornaments, they actually have a little bit of the soot or burn marks. It's from where the laser is burning it and the fan is blowing it down. It almost creates like a little shadow effect. And some people actually say they like that. But the majority of all of our projects, we take care of these little burn marks either one of two ways. The first way is with masking tape. We take a big roll of masking tape, roll it out over the wood, and by doing that, that protects the area from getting any of that charring, that burn mark on it. So that's something that we do for a lot of stuff, especially if it's really detailed, even more detailed than these ornaments here, but something that we're not going to sand either because of the finish that is on it or something like that. But a lot of times we do the masking tape, but then you have to peel all of that masking tape off afterwards. And sometimes you do have to lightly sand it because the wood fibers can pull up from the masking tape. The other way to fix it is with a sander. And I use an Orbital Sander. This is the DeWalt version. And I use this here in the shop with a lot of our laser engraved products. And this will take it right off. Pretty easy, as you can just see here, how I just sand over the project to remove the burn marks. And this works for a lot of stuff as well, especially when we're doing a lot of bulk items like this. It just works good to come back here to the workshop and to get all the sanding done. I've spent quite a while working already on this stuff and I'm not finished yet. But that is one thing that we do have to deal with Glowforge, is that it does leave a lot of burn marks or soot, whatever you want to call it there. Even with these coasters, these are our cedar coasters, and it pulls a lot of the sap out of the cedar and or gum, whatever you want to call it there. It's the sticky stuff. So all of this has to be sanded off and prepped before we even get to the finishing stage of these. But especially with these cedar coasters, we have to go on and oil them just like these little keychains that we have here. These are mahogany keychains, and we will actually oil these after they're sanded, and they will come out looking amazing. I've already done one for a prototype for the customer. He loved it, so now we're making 24 of these. Also 24 of these little cup holder inserts. They have his logo on it, and they just drop down in your cup holder in your vehicle. It absorbs some moisture or whatever, but it also just is nice because it has the logo on it. So Customer liked that idea, and that's something that we did for him. So we have 24 of each of those products for the customer. But this other stuff is to take to the craft fair that I told you about. We're excited about that. It's our first craft fair, so we don't know quite what to expect with this. And hopefully we can take enough product that we sell out of it and that we sell a lot of stuff. So we are looking forward to that. That's coming up next month. So it'll be here before we know it. So hopefully we can get some other things prepared. I've got to make some display racks and all of that as well. And as I said, everything that we do is not laser engraved base. We do lots of decals, stickers, banners, that sort of stuff as well. But a lot of our stuff is based around all this laser engraving. And some stuff that I make here in the workshop, such as these charcuterie boards that I'm working on. They're not finished yet. I am actually leaving these live edge here on it. This is a solid piece of walnut. So I have already beveled the edge with my router table. I still have to sand all of this. And like I said, I think I'm going to leave this edge kind of rough the way it is because it is the live edge of the walnut pieces. And I might put some handles here on the ends of it. I'm not exactly positive what I want to do with that yet, but I'll get to that. Also make some handmade cutting boards and some other items that we sell to customers. But when it's said and done, the majority of the use in this shop actually ties to the laser engraving part of our business. And if you've seen some of my other videos, this is a shop that we actually just moved the equipment into back in February. It was actually behind my original photography studio and everything attached here. So it has been great. And I hope that you will follow along on some of the other videos that I'm going to make. We have videos planned for the future, and that kind of brings us around to the big news that I wanted to tell you about. We have just placed an order for a larger and much faster laser. We love the laser that we have. However, it is not keeping up with our business really. It is on the slow side. That is the only thing I will say about the Glowforge. It's on the slow side. So a lot of our time is tied up with that, and we want something that will put out stuff quicker than what our Glowforge can. We have just purchased a Thunder Nova 35. This should be here in probably within a month. So we are very excited about that. We are going to have to make some changes to the front of our store. That's where we have our laser currently. And so we're going to have to do a lot of kind of changing around and trying to see if we can get that to work up in that area. And hopefully that's going to work out. We do have this full shop area. I got 1,500 square foot back here that we could use. The only problem is it's completely separated from like where our customers come in, and we really don't want my wife or I, either one, to have to sit back here all day with that laser doing those projects. So we're trying to figure out what's the best for that, but we are super excited about this. Not only is it faster and much larger, but the problem that I was telling you about with leaving all of this soot and the burn marks, with our new laser that we have coming, this will probably nearly go away. From everything that we have seen online, other people sharing about this particular laser, it leaves hardly any burn marks at all from the engraving or cutting. So that is super exciting to us. It will sure help us not have to tape as much, if any, or sand as well. So that will cut down on a lot for us, and we're excited to give that a try once it gets here. But stay tuned, because I'll try to bring you along with all of the updates that we have as far as getting the laser, trying to get it into our business and how it works for us there. I'll also plan to do some comparisons between the two lasers. So I'm looking forward to that. I really want to see time versus time on the exact same project to see the difference between a Glowforge and something larger like this Nova 35. With all of that being said, be sure to hit that subscribe button if you want to see more about our laser engraving business, as well as some of the other stuff that we do with our signs and banners and stickers and that sort of stuff. Your time is valuable to me, so I appreciate you watching this video. Thanks for liking, commenting, and subscribing. And until next time, God bless.